I want to talk to you today about some of these extreme clip deck fasteners. It works well with these grooved boards. You can see here this happens to be 5/4 by 6 Ipe, which is a product that we carry here at Highland Hardwoods. But before you put down the decking, you can see here I've already got some of these strips of joist tape down. It's a good idea to have that down for a couple of reasons, but the most important thing is actually protect your structure. It doesn't really benefit the wood itself going on top of the structure all that much. It's going to protect that substructure. And the way that it protects it is it prevents the water from getting deep inside those joists. You know, pressure treated does not last forever. Eventually it's going to have a problem. And if you can prevent that moisture from getting into the core of that wood, you're going to have a much longer lasting frame. And the last thing you want is your frame rotting out before the decking does. And Ipe is going to last, 70 years. So you don't want that to be a problem for you. You're going to have your drill bits as well as your fastener bits here. They come as part of it. It also comes with these spacers. Now these spacers are great because they really help to make sure that your joist, your gap between your boards here is consistent. If you're using a deck wrench or something to push up against, this makes sure that you end up with a perfectly spaced deck all the way down. Now that spacing is utilizing this same gap that is provided by these clips. Now these little clips, they're kind of T-shaped here, as you can see, and that's just going to end up going in the groove when you install those components. It's also going to have fasteners, and these particular ones happen to be painted black. So even when you are looking down at your deck against your black fastener and your black butyl tape here, they won't stand out and be nice and shiny. So these clips here, they have a slot in them for your fastener to go through, and then they've got these little bumps on the bottom to make a T. And that T is going to sit flat on the deck so that you make sure that you get it nice and snug, and it will restrict how tight it's going to pull it down. That spacing is the same as the spacing used on these deck spacers in order to ensure that when you're going down and you're doing your subsequent boards, you use those spacers to make sure the boards are nice and tight to one another. As you can see here, this one's gone in, it's nice and snug right in that area, and the first thing you're going to be doing is doing a pre-drill. So you're going to come in at about a 45-degree angle, you're going to pre-drill your hole right into your joist, and then you're going to get your fastener and tighten it right down. There it goes, nice and snug down. Now your next board is going to slot right into that. If you find that the next board's having a little bit of trouble, this one here is probably a hair over tightened. So if I loosen it a bit, it'll find that it'll lift right up, and then you'll be able to get that next board in without too much difficulty. There you go. And then you can also come back through after they're back and just give them another snugging up if you need to. Real simple. I'm going to get the rest of these done, and we'll keep moving along.
Thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.